Ever wondered the real reason why Bluey and Bingo are called rainbow babies, and how one popped balloon changed everything about the HEELER family? Joe Brumm himself has confirmed some of these gut-wrenching details. So grab your tissues, because by the end of this video, you'll never watch Bluey the same way again. Let's start with the moment that broke the internet and made grown adults cry during a kids' show. In the show, Bluey and Bingo put on a sweet performance for Mother's Day, telling the story of how their parents met. Everything's adorable until Bingo stuffs a balloon under her shirt, pretending to be pregnant Chili. Then it happens. The balloon pops. Watch Bandit and Chili's faces in that exact moment. Bandit immediately reaches for Chili's hand, and both their expressions shift from joy to something much darker. It's subtle, but it's devastating. That wasn't just a balloon popping during a kid's play. That was a family reliving their most painful memory. Reddit exploded after this episode aired. Fans knew something deeper was happening, and they were right. That popped balloon was Bluey's way of showing us that Chili had suffered a miscarriage before Bluey was born. It's heartbreaking symbolism wrapped in a children's game. But here's where it gets real. This wasn't just fan speculation anymore. Australian journalist Isabel Oderberg, who wrote Hard to Bear about pregnancy loss, interviewed Joe Brumm directly. And he confirmed it. Chili really did lose a baby before having Bluey. Think about that. The creator of this beloved kids show deliberately wove this tragic backstory into the fabric of the HEELER family. It explains so much about Bandit and Chili's parenting style, their deep empathy, and why they never take a moment with their daughters for granted. But the clues don't stop there. They're everywhere once you know what to look for. Remember bedtime? When Bingo dreams she's floating through space, it seems innocent enough. But look closer at the planetary symbolism. Bingo is born on Earth, the third planet from the sun. Venus, the second planet, is cracked open too, representing Bluey. But here's the devastating detail most fans missed. Mercury, the first planet from the sun, remains perfectly intact. That's because no one was ever born from Mercury. The first HEELER child never made it. It's brilliant, heartbreaking storytelling hidden in a dream sequence that kids see as just a fun space adventure. This wasn't accidental. Joe Brumm originally conceived Bluey as a show about a male puppy. When that concept evolved into our beloved Blue HEELER girl, that original character became the symbolic lost brother, the HEELER pup who never arrived. Now we get to the beautiful, tear-jerking truth about what Bluey and Bingo really represent. In the parenting world, rainbow babies are children born after a miscarriage or stillbirth. They're called rainbow babies because they bring color and hope after the storm. The episode Rain isn't just about puddle jumping. Watch it again. Bluey plays joyfully in the rain while Chili tries desperately to keep the house clean and dry. She's stressed, resistant, trying to maintain control. But eventually, she gives in and joins her daughter in the beautiful, messy chaos of the moment. At the end, 2 rainbows appear in the sky. 2 rainbow babies. Bluey and Bingo aren't just sisters. They're symbols of hope after unimaginable loss. That episode isn't about embracing mess. It's about healing, acceptance, and finding joy again after grief. The heartbreak runs deeper through the family tree. Remember Aunt Brandy? Her story adds another layer to this tragic tapestry. Brandy couldn't visit Chili for years because seeing her sister's happy family was too painful. She dreamed of being a mother, but couldn't conceive. Some fans theorize that Chili and Brandy share a hereditary condition that makes pregnancy difficult. It would explain why both sisters struggled and maybe even connect to what happened to their own mother. By season 3's end, Brandy finally gets pregnant, suggesting that for this family, successful pregnancies are rare victories, not givens. This makes Chili's anxiety in baby race even more heartbreaking. When she worries that Bluey is developing slower than other pups, it's not just normal parental concern, it's trauma. She's terrified that history might repeat itself, that she might somehow fail again. Bad Mood reveals something most fans completely missed. When Bingo puts on her grumpy hat and Bandit takes on her negative emotions, that's not just silly dad humor, that's family therapy. The Heelers have clearly learned sophisticated emotional processing techniques. Bandit helps Bingo work through difficult feelings by literally wearing them himself. This level of emotional intelligence doesn't develop randomly. It develops in families who've been through trauma and learned how to handle complex emotions together. It's beautiful and tragic. The Heelers are incredible parents, partly because they've experienced loss and learned how to process pain in healthy ways. Before you go further, hit the subscribe button to avoid the mishap that is about to happen. Bedroom delivers another gut punch. When Chili cries in front of the crib, telling Bluey that no other pup will sleep there again, it's devastating context once you know the full story. Chili has been pregnant 3 times, but only 2 daughters live in that house. That crib isn't just furniture, it's a memorial to someone who never was. Throughout the episode, Bandit and Chili discuss having another baby, but ultimately decide their family feels complete. Except Chili's decision comes from a place of protection, not satisfaction. She doesn't want to risk that heartbreak again. Even in Relax, when the family goes on vacation, there are hints of Chili's ongoing healing journey. She brings a book about how to be happy. That's oddly specific for someone who seems so content with life. But it makes perfect sense. Healing isn't linear. Grief doesn't vanish when good things happen. Chili may be an amazing mom with a loving family, but she's still learning how to carry her loss and find happiness alongside it. That book represents her ongoing work to process trauma and choose joy. The episode Puppets gives us more clues through family photos. Look at the wedding picture of young Bandit and Chili. Notice how much fluffier their fur is, how much younger they look. Then there's another photo showing pregnant Chili, also with that younger, fluffier appearance. But here's the crucial detail. The time gap between that pregnancy photo and when we see Chili with baby Bluey is significant. Look at how much their appearance has changed. Chili's fur is different, less fluffy. Bandit has gray hairs appearing. This suggests years passed between that pregnancy photo and Bluey's birth. That wasn't Chili pregnant with Bluey or Bingo. That was the lost baby, the Heeler child who never made it home. Understanding this backstory transforms everything about the Heeler family dynamic. It explains why Bandit and Chili are so present, so engaged, so willing to drop everything for their daughter's games. They know how precious and fragile these moments are. It explains Chili's emotional reactions to Bluey's milestones. When she cries watching Bluey crawl or walk for the first time, it's not just pride, it's a relief. It's gratitude for moments she once feared might never come. It explains their parenting philosophy. They don't just tell their kids they love them, they show it through endless patience, creativity, and presence, because they've learned that time with your children isn't guaranteed. One question remains. Will Bluey and Bingo ever learn about their lost sibling? Right now, that story belongs to their parents. It's hidden in balloon pops and rainy afternoons, in space dreams and empty cribs. Maybe someday, when the girls are older, they'll understand the full depth of their parents' love. They'll realize that every game, every adventure, every moment of undivided attention comes from a place of profound gratitude. But for now, that loss lives in the quiet spaces between the laughter. It's the reason why every Heeler family hug lasts just a little longer than it needs to. This isn't just a fan theory anymore. It's a confirmed reality woven into the fabric of Bluey's storytelling. The show works on multiple levels. Kids see fun family adventures, while adults glimpse the deeper truths about love, loss, and healing. That's what makes Bluey extraordinary. It doesn't just teach children how to play or share. It teaches them that happiness and sadness can coexist, that families can carry both joy and grief, and that love grows stronger, not weaker, after loss. The Heeler family isn't perfect because nothing bad has ever happened to them. They're beautiful because they've survived something terrible and chose to build something wonderful anyway. And hey, before watching these next Bluey deep dives, make sure to grab some tissues. Trust us, you'll need them.